bad debt. In this country, the IRS sets the standard for what is bad debt. The IRS says that your creditors can get paid from the IRS system provided that they do two things, and you'll see it on their website. The first thing is they have to exhaust all collection remedies. And the second thing is they have to certify the debt is uncollectible. Anybody unsure about the term uncollectible? Okay? So when they fill out the 1099-C, they're saying it's uncollectible because I canceled it. So you know it's uncollectible. And the reason they're calling you like a psychotic person is because they're exhausting all collection remedies. Do you really believe they think after 90 days you're going to start paying them? No. They're exhausting all collection remedies very quickly. Now, I want you to catch this. So at 90 days, they're blowing you up. After 120 days, are your creditors still calling you? No. Anybody believe different? Anybody think your creditors are still calling you after 120 days? Any creditors still calling you? So tell me this. You owe me some money. I'm blowing you up after 90 days. What's the only thing that'll stop me from calling you? I got paid. I got paid. You already know this. That's why I'm mad at you. You already know this. You know the creditors are getting paid. So why are you still paying? Let's figure this out. There's one thing, I don't know if you can see the slide. I wanted to prove this because we have a legal department at our company, and a lot of times, and especially in the New York area, we overturn judgments and garnishments. Everyone, for the last 12 years. Anybody you know that's ever had a judgment or garnishment will get their money back. The way we do it is we petition for discovery, if you guys know what that is, and we get a copy of all your debt records with that company. And so one of our clients is a very powerful dentist in Staten Island, and she had a bad spell like we all do, and she had charged off this Bank of America credit card for $81.78. So it was charged off. So they were suing her for $81.78. No problem. Hit them with discovery. Give me all the records. We know exactly what to ask for. This is a document they won't give you unless you know how to ask for it. So then when we did the discovery, they sent over about 2,000 pages of documents because she brought it into me in a suitcase. So they were figuring I wasn't going to wade through 2,000. But I waded through and found this one document. And when you look at the document, you see previous balance, $81.78. Payments and other credits, $81.78.61. Now, the first thing the client said was, I never cut them a check for $81.71.68. And my response was, so, do you really care? Now, if you look down in the payment and other credit sections, it says charge-off adjustment, $81.78. But the important thing here is it says that her new balance is $0. Got it? Her new balance. I don't care how I got to zero. I don't care who paid it. I owe you $0. So she's in court, and the thing about this judge of Staten Island was crazy because they hate my argument. They hate this. They hate it because they don't want to send the wrong signal. So the judge was like fighting this. He was telling her, you got to settle with these guys. Just settle. Why you fighting it? You're a rich dentist. Just pay these folks some money and get rid of them. And our response is always, we don't settle. We want it squashed. And so finally he said, okay, I'll give you discovery. And so all she did was show him the final bill. I'll pay whatever this says. Got it? So that's how it works. So if you don't owe the creditor any money, why are you still paying? Well, let's figure that out real quickly. The Fair Debt Collection Practices Act says there is abundant evidence of the use of abusive, deceptive, and unfair debt collection practices by many debt collectors. Abusive debt collection practices contribute to, number one, the number of personal bankruptcies, marital instabilities, and loss of jobs. So you should be asking yourself, what are these deceptive practices? Because why are you filing bankruptcy? The government has made bankruptcy so difficult and unfriendly in an attempt to force you to learn the other systems. The government has given you debt cancellation systems and laws, but you won't use them. Okay? So you are going home getting mad at your wife because you're stressed out about bills, or you can't get a job because you got bad credit because you don't understand the law.
Exactly.
So let's figure out this system. This is why you're paying. But I think I brought a copy of this letter with me. Bear with me 1 second.
No problem. We are hanging on your every word. This sounds familiar.
Yep.
Yeah, so aren't you glad you came today?
That means a lot of people.
Yes.
I don't see my handout, but
Oh, they're
I
not
want to
getting
make sure you guys can read this. This is a standard debt collection letter. And the reason that you're paying money that you don't owe is because you don't know the law. So
They're getting paid
your
twice.
debt collectors have gotten together and they've spent millions of dollars on focus groups to create the perfect document. This document is a throwaway document. And this is what I mean by it. Every collection letter that you will see from here on out in your lifetime will have the same format. When you look at the document, okay, right here it says, creditor, Barclays Bank of Delaware. So the first thing you think is, yeah, I remember them. I remember that credit card. And then it says current balance, $2369.89. Yeah, that sounds about right. At this point, you've got enough information. What do you do with this letter? It's in the garbage, right? And some of you are even like psychic now. When the letter comes in the mail, you're like, yeah, I don't need to open that. I don't need to open that. That's a bit. I can just throw that right away. But your creditors knew you were going to do that. Okay? Had you actually read this, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. In this country, there's two kinds of debt. There's technical debt and legal debt. In order to have a legal debt, you have to have the legal standard for proof of indebtedness as dictated by state and federal law. Okay? Everything else is a technical debt. Let me give you an example. Everybody in this room now owes me $10,000. Got it? Is that illegal? No. Because anybody can say anybody owes them money. You know you owe me $800. Give me my money. You owe me $500, $300. That's not illegal. What happens, I can even send you a letter and say you owe me money, provided I let you know that this is only a technical debt. It's not a real debt. Let me show you how. The law requires them to include one statement on every technical debt. It says, unless you notify this office within 30 days, you got it, that after receiving this notice that you dispute the validity of this debt or any portion thereof, this office will assume this debt to be valid. Would Sears, you got a Sears charge card, are they going to put up the bottom of the bill, unless you notify us in writing in 30 days that you dispute the validity, we're going to assume it to be valid? Is Sears going to put that on your bill?
No.
No, because they know you owe them the money. It's a real debt. By law, they have to let you know this ain't real. This is a contract. It's not a bill. It's a contract. It's a contract with two choices. Somebody tell me what they are.
Pay or don't pay.
What's the first choice?
Pay.
No, that's not the first choice.
Don't pay.
It says, no, it says, if you notify this office in writing, because they know you don't want to write. You'll call and cuss them out, but you ain't going to write. If you notify us in writing that you dispute it, then you don't owe it. Listen, if you don't, it says if you don't dispute it, then you pay. You got a choice. You can dispute it or you can pay it. It's up to you. Now, let me show you the scary part about this letter. If you read the second line, it says, If you choose not to respond to this notification, we will. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me go one step higher than that. Okay, it says the named creditor has placed his account with our office for collection. You've heard that before. What does it mean? They hired a collection agency. They sold into a collection agency. Wrong. It means what it says. Look at what they told you. Look at what they told you. They told you that they placed it. It was placed in our office. It was placed. I don't know how I got here. It was placed. If they were hired to collect it, they would say, we've been hired to collect it. Right? If they were bought the debt, they say, we bought the debt, we now own it. They didn't lie to you. They said it was placed in our office. And then what's the second letter says? The second line says, if you choose not to respond to this notification, we will assign this account to a collector with instructions to collect the balance. Wait a minute. What are you waiting for? If you were hired to collect it, that's like if I hire you to cut my grass, you ain't going to take the money and say, I'll see you in a month. If you're hired to collect, you would just start collecting. What are they waiting for? There you go. When you first got the letter, you owed no money. 30 days later, you now owe some money. Got it? That's where this is going. Now, I wish I had more time to really go into this with you guys, but I just wanted to, I know income tax time is coming and you guys are making money, and I know it's on your mind to get out of debt, pay off my bills, but I want you to stop throwing the money away. Stop buying bad credit. That's what you're doing right now. You buy bad credit. If you sign up for debt consolidation, let me tell you how this scam works. Debt consolidation. You're sitting at home. They say, look, I know you got all these bills. You're paying all this money a month. We guarantee to cut your debt in half. Yeah. Just pay this little money right here. Just pay us this little payment for 6 months in a row. We'll build up a nest egg and we'll start saving. We'll start resolving all your debts. Somebody tell me this. Why do they wait 6 months to start settling your debts? Why do they tell you stop paying the creditors and pay them for 6 months? What are they waiting on? They're waiting for it to charge off. Because at that point, you owe nothing. I can easily guarantee half off. Because you don't owe nothing. All the money you pay them is pure profit, and you know it. It's all pure profit.
Wow.
So stop buying bad credit. Stop buying bad credit. I appreciate you guys.
Wait a minute, I need your business card number.
I'm sorry. Hi, everybody. My name is Nadina Jean. Welcome, Five Links family. It's okay because now he's part of the Five Links family too. So we'll have him back. We just can't finish today. So God bless and we'll see you soon at the next B.O.M. I promise.
Yeah, why you don't get session when, you know?
Listen, everybody, let's give a huge round of applause to. Let's give a huge round of applause to Dr.
We're going to get that
Grayson
info, baby. We're going to get that
for coming and
info.
sharing some information. Is that good information?
Hell yeah.
Right?